I've been making cardboard helmets for a long time now, and ever since then I've learned that there are two types. So in this video I'm going to show you how to build each type of cardboard dome and which one is better. But before we get to that, I would first like to apologize for the lack of video uploads recently. School has been getting in the way and life and stuff like that. But on a bright note, I'll be posting regularly now. And another piece of good news is we hit 20,000 subscribers. So that's amazing. Like, I literally can't thank you guys enough for this. So again, thank you. But without further ado, let's get back to the video. So the first type of dome I'm going to show you how to build is what I call the cross piece dome. So to start, grab a long piece of cardboard, a pen, and start drawing your cutting lines. So what I have here is a strip of cardboard that is the length of the diameter of my head plus 1 inch, and it's about 2.5 inches in width. And as you just saw, I just bent the strip of cardboard and gluing the ends together. So now you should end up with a ring just like this. After I glued that together, I cut out another strip of cardboard that is the same width as the previous one, but it's only 12 inches long, and I also bent that. But you're going to leave that other strip of cardboard to the side for now. But what you're going to do now is grab that main helmet ring and fold it in half to where the glued the place where you glued the ends together are even. And what you're going to do is grab a pen, and on the crease of the opposite side that isn't glued together, you're going to draw a line. And this whole thing is just to find the center of this ring. So after that, you see the line where you glued the two ends together. Now you're going to take that other strip of cardboard where I told you to leave off to the side for now. Now you're going to use that again. Take your pen, mark as center line as you possibly can to that strip, just like I did here. And you're going to glue the bottom of that strip onto the main helmet ring. Make sure to line up the little dot as well as possible. And do that to both ends of the top strip of cardboard. So once you did that, you should have a pretty well centered top strip of cardboard on your helmet ring. So the next step for this is to cut out another strip of cardboard that is also 2.5 inches in width, but it is 5-ish inches long. And this may vary based on the circumference of your helmet ring. So I'm just going to trim it up and just glue it onto the sides, just like shown. Once you have that piece on one side, you're going to want to do the exact same thing on the other side. After that, we now have the basic structure of the cross dome. So after that, you're now going to cut out, once again, another 2.5 inch width strip of cardboard, but this time make it a little bit longer than usual. Then you're going to want to bend it as shown, then glue one of the ends in the middle of one of the quarters of the dome. Once the glue is dried, tuck that little end underneath, just like this. Now just take a pen and draw where you need to cut. Then once it's cut out, just glue it on. So after the glue is dried for that, grab another just scrap piece of cardboard, then just slide it in between where the triangle is, and then grab your pen and then trace out that shape through the cardboard. Once you have your pattern drawn, just simply cut it out. And then glue it to the little triangular gap. So now that there's one triangle piece in there, you're going to have to repeat that process for every single little triangular gap in the helmet, which there's 4 quarters, so you're probably going to have to do that 8 times. And once every single gap is filled out, this is what the cross pattern dome should look like. And yeah. So let's talk about this type of dome pattern. So I like this dome pattern because it's simple and it's best for beginners. The only problem with it is it is really repetitive and takes a little bit of time, but it is super easy and simple to do. But now let's move on to the second dome, which is what I call the 5-piece dome. So this dome starts off pretty much the exact same way as the first type did, and that is by making a first large main ring, and then folding that in half, finding the center, and then cutting out another strip on top to get that kind of center line piece going. And then once you have that, here's where it gets a little bit different. So what you're going to do is cut out like a 13-ish long piece of cardboard with a curved end. And then what you're going to do is just bend that piece and then just put it up against the side of that center strip, and then just trim away little excess pieces that you don't need to try to get that edge flush with the other side. It is a lot of guesswork and estimating, but my best advice is just to take tiny pieces off. So it's easier to take off little pieces than it is to take off one big piece and then realize you took off too much. So start little and then go from there. And then once you have a good shape, just glue it onto the side of it. And then once you have one side, you're obviously going to do it on the other side. So once you have those two strips of cardboard on either side, you're basically almost done now. And now the only thing really left to do is just fill in that crescent shape on the sides. So how we're going to fill that out is we're going to grab a sheet of blank paper, and then we're going to lay that across the gap here. And then we're just going to make small creases in that paper to kind of estimate where the shape is. So what you're going to do is grab a marker. Any marker is okay. And then you're going to just crease the paper wherever you feel the edge of the gap is. And then you're just going to draw where you feel the edge is. So once you have that basic kind of rough outline of the gap, you're just going to close off the full shape by connecting the two ends, just like I'm doing here. Then once you have that, you're going to want to cut out that paper pattern. So after you cut out your paper template, you're going to want to just kind of compare it to the gap on the side of the helmet, and then make any slight trims or adjustment if needed. But once you're happy with the shape, do what I'm doing here and just trace it out onto a blank sheet of cardboard. And then after that, just cut it out. Then boom, you have your sheet of cardboard that should cover up that gap. And all you need to do now is just bend it and then glue it to cover up that hole. And then your helmet should now look like this. But of course you know the drill, and so whatever you do on one side, you got to do it on the other side. So do the exact same process just for the other gap, and you can actually use the same template you did on the other side. You might need to make some very micro adjustments, but that should be it. But now that this second type of dome is done, let's talk about it. So what are the pros and cons of this type of helmet dome? Well, what I like about this helmet dome is it's smoother and it's less pieces, so it's going to be simpler. The only problem with it is if you don't have a pattern to go with it, it's a lot of guesswork and kind of estimating the pieces and trimming away. But it's all overall just a smoother look, and it's actually a little bit more structurally sound than the cross piece dome. But in the end, do whatever dome piece you like to do more, whichever fits your style more, whichever fits your build more. In the end, it's your decision. I'm just telling you what are the differences and what are the pros and cons of it. So you choose. But that's all I've got for you for now. Make sure to check out these other videos I have on my channel, and if you like this stuff, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.